Hi everyone, I am Farooq Sheikh, Managing Director based in Hyderabad with 15 plus years of experience in managing omni-channel marketing for our clients across the globe. I have the pleasure of leading 200 plus professionals who enable and deliver marketing programs for our fantastic clients. In the present competitive ecosystem, Zeta is focused on an outcome-based approach to drive growth for our clients. To learn more about how Zeta helps marketers grow at a faster rate, it is my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, Steve Gerber, the President and Chief Operating Officer at Zeta.
Thank you so much, Farooq, and thank you, Joe. Always so impressed and inspired by your insights into the market, organizations, and the customer. And I want to thank you all for joining Zeta Live today. During unimaginable times, we decided to reimagine a customer summit, and we appreciate all who are attending for your business and your engagement. Engagement will be a key theme over the next 30 minutes as my colleague Chris Monberg and I bring to light how Zeta, partnering with our clients, leads to faster growth. And growth is something all marketers are seeking as they focus on turning 2020 challenges into 2021 opportunities. As David noted at the beginning, 2020 has been a year unlike any other. It's been a time for us to recalibrate, to retool, and to rethink. And we've asked marketers what they think. Coming into Zeta Live, where we do a lot of talking, we did a lot of listening. A company like Zeta gets better by listening harder. That's how we become the first call for our clients, especially during challenging times. There were lots of feedback from CMOs, and all of them said that this was the most challenging marketplace that they've ever faced. The key takeaways really distill into two themes, and those are around growth at a premium and the notion that accountability, which was really part of the promise of digital, is something that's unrealized today. And this is what we call the CMO dilemma, how to grow while delivering accountability. Because brands need growth today more than ever, but CEOs and shareholders want accountability. To date, this has been seen as a trade-off. The channels that have the greatest accountability often have unpredictable scale. The opportunity is to break the trade-off between growth and accountability. But how? How can marketers drive profitable growth? This question has animated Zeta from our founding big idea and is the driving force of our solution. We call our approach opportunity-powered marketing, an outcome-based marketing solution that combines identity-based data with predictive AI and a unified platform to improve business results across the customer lifecycle. From acquiring new customers at scale and within ROI targets, growing their value over time, and retaining them longer. All of that is fueled by the right opportunities. As Napoleon said, capability is nothing without opportunity. And opportunity ignites a virtuous circle. Growth opportunities, the right kind of opportunities, lead to the right outcomes. The right outcomes lead to business growth. Business growth that's profitable leads to value creation, and value creation leads to investment to unlock new opportunities. This is the virtuous cycle of business growth. Now, this is simple in theory, but it's very complex in practice. And why is that? Well, first of all, identifying growth opportunities is hard, and capturing growth opportunities is even harder. Many growth opportunities that look promising are a mirage or a cul-de-sac. Almost all of them are improperly sized. And while many organizations have tremendous assets and capabilities, they don't always have what it takes to capture the growth opportunities that drive value. Zeta makes it easier. We have the technology, the tools, and the know-how to identify opportunities, capture their full potential, and unlock growth. So how do we do that? The foundation of opportunity-powered marketing is a unified data platform. We ingest, enrich, and synthesize data sources through our dynamic data model. These data sources are from the brands we work with, their customers, their lapsed customers, even their prospects, as well as the signals from within their four walls, and we combine that with Zeta's proprietary identity graph, as well as the signals that we capture across online and offline channels. It starts with identity, but then the signals, the real-time attributes, attitudes, and behaviors that we tie to identity is what gives this so much power. Identity provides the who, the signal provides the what, the where, the when, and the how. Now, we call this signal because it's how we find the value through the noise. Most information that's captured, as Joe talked about, is descriptive information. It's storing information. It's not something that can be activated. Zeta focuses on predictive signals. A user who responds to an email may or may not predict future value. What we're able to do is to take that data point, combine it with hundreds of others through our predictive AI, and come up with scores. Those scores are growth levers like intent, channel engagement, sentiment, time of day, and other ways that we're able to ensure that opportunities lead to outcomes, outcomes lead to growth. So the core of this is the identity graph plus the signals. That's the fuel. The vehicle is something that we call Opportunity Explorer. This is one of the most innovative developments that we have made in my 11 years at Zeta. Opportunity Explorer at the core defines and sizes growth opportunities, but it doesn't stop there. It takes what the desired outcome is, develops an optimal approach, the who, the what, the where, and the when. But the right outcomes are tied to a business case. That's the why. Sizing opportunity, prioritizing among initiatives, and determining the business impact. We want to make sure that the opportunities are predictable, measurable, and scalable. So how does Opportunity Explorer ignite growth? To date, we've talked about Opportunity Explorer as a tool that can do this, but it's been more of a tell-it. Through a story, I want to be able to show you. And this is using a story of a typical brand and an atypical customer. But aren't they all atypical? So our story starts with a venerable multi-line insurance company elegantly named Alpha. Alpha is a good company, but it's a disconnected enterprise. It is not digital first. It has multiple databases that are tied to multiple products and multiple channels. It embarked on a data lake project that's become a white elephant. And it knows the same thing as all of its competitors. Sarah Johnson is a connected consumer. She lives a digital-centric lifestyle with her husband and daughter, and they are renters in a community in the Midwest. To date, Sarah has had the same auto insurance carrier since she was 16 years old, and to date, she has been a missed opportunity for Alpha Insurance. But things can change. So what Alpha knows is that Sarah is not a target for their offering today. Now, even though their objective is to acquire new customers in a repeatable, scalable program, they are focused on those that they believe are open to switching. And she is not on their radar. That's what Alpha knows. Zeta knows more, and Zeta creates opportunity. Through our vast network, Zeta ingests predictive signals that knows that Sarah has recently filled out a mortgage application. Sarah is moving from a renter to a home buyer like so many today. And so in a matter of hours, Sarah goes from a below average intent score to an above average intent score. And so what does Zeta do with that knowledge? Our AI powers our DSP to put her in an audience of many that are high intent to purchase auto insurance. Using our dynamic creative optimization, we use security messaging because we know that's a hot button for her. Sarah sees that ad and she clicks on the ad. Sarah then goes to the Alpha website. What does Alpha know? Alpha knows a bit about the user who comes to their website. They don't know who Sarah is, and they've optimized their site doing simple A/B testing. Zeta knows more. Zeta knows that Sarah is a heavy smartphone user, and they know that she prefers shorter forms. So Zeta's website personalization presents a shorter form for her to fill out to become a qualified prospect. We've gotten to this stage where Sarah is a qualified prospect to switch to Alpha as her insurance carrier. But a qualified prospect is not a customer. Now, what Alpha knows is that they've developed a standard process, and that means that a sales agent will call right away. But Zeta knows more. What Zeta knows is that Sarah prefers to be in control of the communication. Zeta also knows that even though she completed the form in the morning, she's most engaged in the late afternoon. How does Zeta use that information? Zeta, to the one individual, Sarah, our AI tells our ZMP to send an SMS message to drive an inbound call. The inbound call comes into an agent who recognizes Sarah right away, reinforces the security message that was the first thing that drew her to Alpha at the beginning, and closes the sale. So Sarah is now an Alpha customer. She has not only a Zeta Universal ID, but an Alpha customer ID. So our story has come to a crescendo with the help of Zeta's opportunity-powered marketing, but it has not come to an end because a predictor of future churn is past churn, and she just churned. So Alpha has more work to do, and Zeta is just getting started. The early engagement of Sarah's time as an Alpha customer is critical. What Alpha knows is that those who have more than one product are much less likely to churn. What Zeta knows is not only that she's about to move into a house for the first time, but that she's a heavy app user. So that Zeta's AI informs the ZMP to send a stream of messaging that's heavily focused on using the app, downloading the app, and through email and the app, messaging around the savings that she can receive by bundling home with auto and getting a new homeowner discount, drives her back to the call center and makes her a multi-product customer. That's driving the lifetime value of Sarah. But it's still not over, because Sarah exists in a world where there are lots of competitive offerings and there are lots of opportunities for Alpha to slip up. So Alpha knows that Sarah called into the call center on a billing dispute, but they believe that it was resolved. Zeta knows more. What Zeta knows is that that was just a trigger for her to start researching new insurance carriers. That trigger, which moves her from a low propensity to churn to a high propensity to churn, leads to a tailored communication stream just for her that reinforces the value proposition and focuses on getting her over the hump at the 6 months, 12 month, and 18-month period when churn can happen. And that makes Sarah a happy customer and Alpha a happy client. So in the end, never missing a growth opportunity is powered by the Zeta marketing platform across acquisition, growth, and retention. A solution set that has multiple applications, both one focus, which is around driving profitable growth for our brands. And with Zeta's opportunity-powered marketing, we're able to turn Sarah into a long-term profitable customer for Alpha and repeat that tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times to drive profitable growth for Alpha tomorrow and the next week, month, and year.